It's easier when we're on the same track. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad, number 916, to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. If you've not followed or subscribed yet, please do. This message is dedicated to Gary Chapman. Here's the upgrade. You think independence is what you want, but upgraded thinking recognizes interdependence makes everything better. Here's the story. Ever heard of the Great Gauge Change of 1886? Without it, there would arguably not be a United States, at least not united in commerce and culture the way we are. On May 31st, 1886, Southern railroads executed a massive coordinated conversion of over 13,000 miles of track, narrowed to 4 feet 8.5 inches wide, an arbitrary measurement imported from Britain where a lot of equipment originated. Workers loosened spikes, shifted one rail inward and re-spiked it, often in a single day per section. This great gauge change unified nearly all major North American railroads under standard gauge. Before this, some tracks were 5 feet wide, others up to 6 feet. This patchwork created breaks of gauge, points where tracks met, but trains couldn't pass, forcing time-consuming and expensive transfers of freight. This great gauge change unified nearly all major North American railroads under standard gauge by June 1886, with full precision achieved gradually through maintenance. The result? Uninterrupted national rail freight flow, a surge in efficiency, and a shift of traffic from coastal shipping to all rail routes. The mandated 4 feet 8.5 inches linked the east and west on the Transcontinental Railroad completed in 1869 seamlessly. The 1886 U.S. conversion remains one of history's largest coordinated engineering feats. The slogan printed on our money, U.S. currency, is E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. From a lot of differences, there is unification. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a lot of pluribus and not much unum for a while. It seems everyone is using different sizes for their rails. This is true in public institutions like government to personal institutions like marriage. It sure makes communication and collaboration a challenge. Clay Shirky suggested a hierarchy of social arrangements: communication, cooperation, collaboration, and collectivism that can bring us together. There is increasing coordination with each step. Sharing involves things. Communication involves things. Cooperation involves ideas. Collaboration involves projects. And collectivism involves vision. It's easy to imagine the potential collision at each step. Relationships are hard. Marriage is hard. The workplace is hard. Business is hard. Law and order is hard. I think everyone likes the idea of community and interdependence, but when it comes to what we actually do, there is a bent towards division. C.S. Lewis in The Great Divorce illustrates this point as he recounts a bus ride from heaven to hell. Instead of finding fire in hell, he finds a neighborhood full of empty homes on deserted streets. Lewis asks what has happened, and he gets a chilling answer. There used to be a great population in hell, he is told. But on the first day when someone would arrive, he would start quarreling with his neighbor, and within a week he would move to another block. Of course, someone else would move in next to him in that neighborhood as well, so the person would have to move again to get away from his neighbors. This cycle was repeated many times until the person had moved to the edge of town where he had built another house. And that was hell, a constant drive to get away from others. Hell meant growing rapidly apart. This is a metaphor for hell on earth, and also an indicator of what heaven on earth must be like, coming together. The better story to tell yourself is, I speak and act in ways that foster right relationships, coming together. Life is easier in collaboration as opposed to collision. It's a lot of work to get on the same track, but it's worth it. You can't avoid people in this life. Everywhere you turn, there seems to be someone you have to deal with. I know people joke about how much easier it would be to not have to deal with people, but in actuality, I don't think this is what any of us really wants. Tell me a story of the fine line between collaboration and collision to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. If you haven't followed or subscribed yet, please do. Send someone a text and ask them, do you know what E pluribus unum means? You can download my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.